Heritage Classical School from Longview, Texas. So sit back now and enjoy the show.
This isn't a fairy tale, though it starts like one. It isn't a tragedy, though it ends like one. It's something else. We are something else. But we're just girls who wanted to work. Ordinary girls. They say you see your life flash before your eyes. And you see a light, that you move towards it, but you don't. You see your story, beginning, middle, and the end as it comes. And when you've told it, then you can rest. Then you can go home. Then your real work is done. I'm Catherine Wolf Donahue, and I'm telling you now.
A company opened in the Marshall Fields Annex, the Reagan Dial Company.
It hired women like us. It was the job of the century, the job of our dreams.
By 1922, it had moved to Ottawa, Illinois, where more than 1,000 women worked for the next 11 years.
And we started like this.
Well, aren't you the prettiest thing?
What time is it?
Early?
I think I'm going to be late.
You're fine.
What time?
You can stop a clock, which could be a problem at this new place.
Do I look like a girl worth 8 cents a watch? I heard some of them make over $8 a day.
You're pulling my leg.
Not bad for a bunch of girls, huh? Who knows, maybe I'll make more than you someday.
Ouch.
Tom, I'm kidding.
Are you?
Of course.
I know I don't make a ton of money, but I do okay. We're getting by.
We're barely getting by.
That comment can make an insecure guy insecure.
We need to do better than barely.
I can think of an extra shift.
They work you like a dog already.
I'm just saying, you don't have to do this.
Yes, I do. You can use the money.
Anyone can use
Fine. We need the money.
You only worked part-time before. It's 8 hours a day stuff. It's not the same. Good money doesn't come cheap, you know? Work that pays well costs you something. They call it work for a reason.
I'll just do it for a little while, till we get on our feet, then I'll quit.
Really? You'll walk away from it.
Don't worry. I don't want to be some career girl. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. But for a little while,
Go ahead. Finish the sentence.
I want to know what it's like to make $8 a week. I want to know just once.
Good morning, girls.
Morning, Mr. Reed. What you got there, Mr. Reed?
Girls, I'd like you to meet Catherine Donahue.
Hello. Hi, I'm Pearl.
Pearl's your girl if you want to hear a joke.
Not really. Well, yes. Did you hear the one about...
Then there's Frances.
Welcome.
She's the moral backbone of the gang.
Got me work cut out for me with this one.
The one she's referring to is Charlotte, of course. Charlotte's been known to eat our young. The last new girl begs for mercy after just 3 days at this table.
Not true, Mr. Reed. Not true at all, is it, girl?
Is the Pope Catholic?
Interesting haircut.
Thanks. I got this.
Was it a compliment?
Here we go.
Her hair. Not too bad. Sort of makes you look like, what's her? The sassy movie star, big star. I love her. Louise Brooks? Brooks. Louise Brooks. Yeah. Where's her hair like that? Looks good on her. Maybe it looks okay on you. Makes you look young. I'll give you that.
She is.
I am young.
Charlotte,
Yes, Mr. Reed?
you want to translate some of your talking into explaining how it's done?
How was done, Mr. Reed?
Painting the dial, Charlotte. You know that thing you do by accident between words.
I don't know, Mr. Reed.
Mrs. Donahue isn't here to take your job, Charlotte. I gave her one of her own.
All right. It's easy. See? You take your little brush here, twirl it in between your lips to make a point, and dip it into the powder here.
Why does it shine?
There's a little bit of radium in there.
Just pay attention, Mrs. Donaldson.
Donahue.
Lip, tip,
Uh-huh.
and then you paint. Like this.
It's a lip dip paint routine. It's easy.
Lip, dip, paint. You got it.
It takes
arteriosclerosis, vasomotor disturbances, and chronic constipation. Nothing short of miraculous.
Then again, you don't have to put the brush in your mouth.
You can't just roll it on the edge of the dish.
But it's faster if you do.
And since you get paid by the watch,
How many watches do you pay today?
tell her, girls.
About 100, 120.
Same here. More when there's something I want to buy. 150, 200 on a good day.
Believe it or not, Charlotte's one of the stars here at Radium Dial. She's got fast hands.
It's just a natural, I guess, Mr. Reed. Born with the gift
Think
of...
you can do it?
Oh, I can do it.
Sure.
I'm sure.
Huh. Would you look at that?
What?
She'll be great, Mr. Reed.
You read palms, Charlotte?
Bones. I read bones. She has the bones of an artist. She'll be aces. You'll see.
And I was. My 2s swooped and dipped. My 5s were flawless. My 8s could have been in a museum. And my 12s?
Aces is right. Welcome, Mrs. Dunham. You're gonna love it here.
I walked home that night in the dark. A girl walks differently when she's making money. I thought to myself, 10 years ago, a girl like me couldn't even vote, much less make this kind of money. Tom met me on the corner that night, took one look at me and said,
Your hair,
"What?"
it's shiny. Your hands, your dress, your eyelashes, your mouth, you glow.
"It's the dust from the paint for the watches." "Is it scary?"
It's beautiful. You left home this morning looking terrific. You came home sparkling like an angel. Work doesn't normally do that for a person, you know. Did you like it?
It was okay.
And the other girls, did you like them?
They were interesting.
It's the alternative, I guess.
True.
You know, I used to have a watch like the ones you're making.
You did not.
Sure did. When I was in France, in the war, they gave us these watches, painted like the ones you're painting, glowed in the dark. Some nights, they were the only light we had. Thought I told you about this already.
No.
No matter how scared we were, somehow it kept us human. Just knowing the time.
Bet you were brave, weren't you?
Nah. Well, yeah. Look at you. I can see you in the dark.
Tom was right. Work does cost you something, and home was never really the same. As for the women at work, I found out Mr. Reed had left out a few details. He said that Pearl told jokes.
Why don't chickens like people?
He didn't say that they were painful, and that we laugh anyways.
Because they beat eggs.
He said Francis was the moral backbone of the company.
I saw Dolly Francisco, her new baby. No husband, though. Dirty shame.
He didn't say it was one of the most flexible backbones in town.
I knit her some little booties. And a bonnet. And a sweater. And a dream.
As for Charlotte, he said she was tough.
Your dust is floating into my space. I can't work with your dust floating into my space.
And that
Clean your workspace if you want to keep it.
was an understatement. But we didn't mind any of it. We knew what we were all there for. We made good money. We were a good team.
$5 says the Polish guy who works in the basement's in love with Madeline who works on the second floor. $6 says he's in love with her.
Doesn't matter. Madeline's in love with the man who works at the sausage place on the corner.
I know him. He's in love with the Swedish girl that works in the pastry shop.
I'm friends with her. She doesn't even know the German guy exists.
If we could hear ourselves.
What?
Gossip.
We're not gossiping. We're sharing vital information about our surroundings. It's crucial to our survival.
It's gossip. And it's the devil's radio.
Well, I like his station. And if you ask me, that's why the workplace was invented. To give us all somewhere to talk. What are we supposed to do? Just sit here and be quiet?
Oh, look at you, Katie. You're painting just as fast as Charlotte.
Almost.
Never gonna happen.
We'll see about that.
Franny, how many you finished today?
126. You?
138.
Wow.
Hey, that reminds me. What did the chipmunk say?
Great day on the job, girls.
You know, when I look at each of these watches, I don't see hours or minutes or numbers.
No?
Nope. I see dollar signs. I think it's called inspiration. It's called motivation.
When did it start, the dollar sign thing?
First payday, when I felt the money in my purse. Then walked across the street and spit
remember those gloves?
What about you, Kate? You see dollar signs yet?
Just numbers. And a pair of black patent leather shoes in the window of Forsyth.
I love those.
It's weird, but you know what I'm seeing right now?
What's that, honey?
A banana split and 4 spoons down at Snyder's. Come on, girls, I'm buying. What beats cooking dinner? Charlotte?
Camp. Got plans. Someone's waiting for me. What? Quit giving me the hairy eyeball. Knock it off. You're lying.
What? You don't have plans. You just don't want to go out with me. That's crazy. You may read Bones, Charlotte Purcell, but I read eyes. You've got nothing waiting for you except maybe a magazine and a cup of coffee.
You know what? Let's make a bet. You painted more watches than me. I go for your banana split. I painted more watches than you. I go my merry way.
Fair enough.
$149. Nice, Charlotte.
$151.
Yeah.
You're gonna like me yet, Charlotte Purcell. Hi. You beat me home.
Wasn't hard. You're late.
I know. I'm sorry.
Your mom just left. The kids didn't take their naps, so they're monsters. Hungry monsters. I didn't have time to make dinner,
We
so...
worked overtime, just a bit. Then we...
What's that?
What?
There. What is that? Mud?
It's, hot fudge.
Hot fudge.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get an ass.
Me and the girls. We went...
I didn't know where you were. And then it got dark, and then the kids were going crazy.
We just stopped for a quick one on the way home.
A quick one?
A quick banana split.
A banana split.
Not a whole one, we shared.
You split a split?
Yeah.
Glad you got time for that. Dinner's not gonna be any good. I didn't really know
You're
how
acting like a baby.
You're acting like a
You
guy.
come home late sometimes.
Exactly.
So
my late is different than your late.
Oh, I don't think your late is all that different from my late.
Oh yeah? I'm late. Nothing happens. You're late. This place falls apart. The kids go crazy. I gotta scramble.
No. I'm late, and you just have to do what I do every night. Only I don't complain about it.
It better not happen
And
again.
what it does?
Then I'll-
What? You'll go home to my mother.
I just might.
Fine.
Fine.
Here. You know something to make up for it.
For me?
Yeah, go ahead. Open it.
You know, don't think you can come home late whenever you like. Just pay me off with gifts. I'm not that type of girl, you know. But wait. I am that type of girl. Well, you just bought me off with a pocket watch.
I painted it. The numbers, you know. I hope it's nicer than the one you used to have.
It's perfect.
You said back on my first day on the job to be careful, because work can cost you something. Do you remember saying that?
I do.
Not this job. It's not like work at all. We made a list. Things that shone.
The money in my pocketbook.
Which feels great.
Valentino, Rudolph Valentino, and the sheep, and the sun in the sheep, and Passion's Playground, and Fairbanks.
Ooh, Fairbanks. And the other one with the great hair.
That pair of pearl earrings in Marshall Field.
To Lake Michigan.
On a Saturday.
In July.
And time in our hands.
Time in our eyes.
Time in our feet.
Time in the air.
On our dresses.
In our hair.
In us. Time.
And time again. It wasn't supposed to be this easy. It wasn't supposed to go so fast.
And tonight's Radio Hour was brought to you by our sponsor, West Clock, makers of exceptional timepieces for ladies and gentlemen, keeping you right in style, right on time. West Clock creates quality watches for you and me. Why? Their luminous watches offer protection, confidence, and fashion. Even in the dark of night, only West Clock's famous night and day watches can boast that they're made with radium, and never a cheap substitute. It's the finest radium, guaranteed to keep glowing for 12 years or more. Over 1 million customers can't be wrong. They wear only West Clocks, and West Clocks wears only radium.
Oh, come on! Please, come on! Never come on! I tried!
It's just the dust, like always.
But it's not just on my skin anymore. It's in my skin.
Maybe it'll wash off.
Don't you think it's wrong?
I don't know. They say it's fine.
This is my body, Tom. It's in my body.
Maybe this job's getting too much for you. Maybe you're just tired, like any working stiff.
I'm not some little doll, Tom. There's something wrong with me and I don't know what it is.
Your hands are dirty. So what?
Don't you dare walk away from me.
Listen, I'm tired too. Dead on my feet. If this job's getting too much for you, don't come home and take it out on me, okay? I told you, the day that you started, that work is work. That's what people like them pay people like us for. So we ache. So we're tired. They get their money's worth, and we get some cash. That's the deal, Katie. That's what you signed up for. Remember, you wanted this.
I'm not making this up. I'm steady as the day is long, and I'm telling you, there is something wrong with me, and I am scared. The definition of a company doctor? A doctor who takes care of the company.
Catherine?
Yes,
Is Catherine Montague?
yes.
You work for?
The company, Radiant Island. You know that. That's why I'm here.
Certain questions. It's not procedure.
Sorry.
And you have a complaint.
There's something wrong with me. In my leg, my foot, my ankle, moving up to here.
Arthritis is my guess.
I'm too young for arthritis.
Weak blood.
It's not weak blood.
Unprescribing aspirin.
I've been taking aspirin. It doesn't work.
You're young. You're strong. You're a mother. You're a wife. You have a family to take care of. You're perfectly healthy. You're fine.
At work, they gave us a test. They had us breathe into a machine, a meter.
Standard procedure.
Standard procedure for what?
For the company.
What was the test for?
Employers and employees test all the time. In the best interests of the workers. In the best interests of their health. The company has an investment in you, but maybe you're not cut out for this kind of work. Maybe you're not as strong as I thought you
How
were.
could you say that? I'm a good worker.
Listen, Miss Donahue. You're doing your job. I'm doing mine. We can cause trouble. Or we can take care of ourselves and get along. You're the perfect picture of health. You're a beautiful young woman, and there's nothing wrong with you. You want to know about the test? I'll tell you. Some people think companies make workers sick. But sometimes, workers are already sick when they get hired, and they try and pawn it off on the company. My job is to sort the cranks from the Graham McCoys.
I thought you were a doctor, not a sorter.
As a doctor, sorting's my
I
job.
wasn't sick when I started.
Didn't say you were.
This is new. This is different. It keeps me up at night. I can't sleep. I can't.
Nerves! Sounds like a classic case of nerves.
Nerves? Nerves. He said I had a case of nerves.
He's the one who's got nerve.
I went last week to the doctor.
You did? You haven't been feeling well?
Not really.
Why didn't you say anything?
Why didn't you?
What did he say?
Aspirin. He said to take aspirin.
I went 2 weeks ago.
You did?
Aspirin. Aspirin.
I went the other day.
You should have said something.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Figured it was my business. Besides, he told me to get aspirin and enema.
You're kidding.
I would not kid about an enema, believe me. Besides, I told him the pain was in my arm, not in my...
Good morning. You're awfully quiet today. Cat got your tongues?
Not really, Mr. Reed.
Oh, I knew I could count on you to pipe up, Charlotte. Thought maybe you were all under the weather. Thought maybe you didn't feel so good. Thought maybe that was it.
We're fine, Mr. Reed. Fine. Fine.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Because the doctor stopped in this morning. He's worried about you. Should he be? Should I be?
No, Mr. Reed.
You're looking thin, Catherine.
The kids, you know, run me ragged.
You'd tell me, wouldn't you? There was something. Anything.
Of course.
Because you could, you know. Tell me.
I'm Aces.
You were out one day last week, and once a few weeks earlier.
Just a little flu I caught from my girl. You know kids, they catch everything and give it to their parents.
And the rest of you?
Great, fine.
Swell.
That's good. It'd break my heart if anything were wrong. Break my heart. Your nines, Catherine. Watch your nines. They're not so good.
Yes, Mr. Reed. What's wrong with them?
They're perfect, Katie. It's him.
What are we supposed to do now?
What can we do?
Work, I guess. So then let's work.
Katie,
Yeah, sure.
I'd watch out for him. Mr. Reed, he knows who butters his bread and it's not us. Work, Charlotte, just say it.
I have to tell you something. My foot feels like it's breaking. Inside my skin, my bones are breaking. I couldn't lift my little girl last night. I could barely cross the room. I couldn't make the bed. I couldn't stand in the oven. Anyone else?
I bleed. I'm bleeding.
My teeth. They ache.
I can't find a doctor who knows what's wrong.
I can't find a doctor who will listen.
Charlotte, you said once you read bones.
I did.
What do they say now?
What you have is in my arm.
Ladies, you know, and I know, that you ladies have had a few concerns lately. There's been some gossip. Harmless, but gossip has a way of getting around it. And the company wants to let you know. They want to say, well, here you go.
What's this?
Clarification from the company. In response to said gossip, misguided chatter, etc., etc. An official promise you can hang your hats on girls. They want you to know they're careful. That we use nothing that could cause you harm. The health of the employees of the Radio Dial Company is always foremost in the minds of its officials. There it is. This company. It's a good company. I know you girls know that. Take a few extra minutes at lunch today. Relax. It's a beautiful day out there. Enjoy. Have a good day, girls.
Are you biting your tongue, Jar?
Yes?
Don't do it anymore, not for me.
It's bad enough when a man lies to you behind your back, but when he does it straight to your face, what, Sean? You know he's made a deal with the devil.
We made another list. Things that stopped shining.
Our days,
Our nights.
our sleep, our dreams,
Our time.
ourselves.
Mr. Reed,
Come on, Mrs. Donahue. Come in, come in.
Carl said you wanted to see me.
Sit down. You want to sit down? Have a seat.
I'm fine. Thank you.
I don't want to. This isn't.
What, Mr. Reed?
I'm sorry. I have to do this.
Do what? Do what, Mr. Reed?
I have to let you go.
What? You can't!
I have to.
You can't do this to me.
I'm
There's
so
no
sorry.
reason. Why?
You've been missing too much work, Mrs. Donahue.
No, only a few days, not that many.
More than a few.
No more, I promise. No more. Just let
We
me.
run a certain kind of business, Mrs. Donahue. We work a certain way. This is a good place for girls. For healthy girls. I'm sorry. You've been a good worker. You've
You're
been
really firing me for being sick?
a truly wonderful worker until these past few months.
It's this job. There's something that's making us all
You
sick.
have to leave now.
What about Charlotte, Pearl, Francis? What about them? What about all the other girls?
Whoever cannot do their job will be asked to leave.
Mr. Reed.
They said I could offer you a week's pay. You should take it. If I hear of any other jobs somewhere else, I'll let you know.
Haven't you heard, Mr. Reed? There aren't any more jobs. There haven't been any more jobs. For 2 years, there's nowhere for me to go.
Here, take it.
No.
It's yours. You should have it.
There's more than a week's pay in here.
There's some for me. Just a couple bucks. I remember the day you started, Katie. I liked you. You fit right in. And you didn't rock the boat. I suggest you don't start now. I'm sorry you got sick. I'm sorry I have to let you go. It's my job. It's business, you know.
No, it's not. It's a crime. The company doctor was a liar, but no other doctor in town would see us. So we went to the city to find the one doctor who would risk his name. The only problem with him was he was honest.
It seems that with the severe pain in your legs, to the hardware that's formed along the underside of your jaw, together with... Francis, do you understand?
Yes.
Your fractured jaw resulting from a tooth extraction and subsequent infection of the tooth socket, in addition to anemia. Pearl, are you listening?
Yes.
The amputation of your arm that will eventually be necessary due to the sarcoma throughout your entire... Charlotte? Would you like to sit down, Charlotte?
No,
Catherine?
yes.
The fainting spells and destruction of your teeth being connected to the malignancy of your hip and necrosis of your jaw. Necrosis means localized death of living tissue. To the best of my knowledge, this is a direct result of radium poisoning, of exposure to and injection of radium. Has anyone ever told you this before?
No!
I'm sorry. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
You said radium?
Yes.
Nothing else?
No. You work at Radium Dial.
Worked. Yes.
For how long?
9 years. 1922 to 1931.
Did they warn you?
No.
Did they protect you?
No.
Did they ever tell you?
No!
I see.
Tell me,
Yes.
radium poisoning is
Irreversible.
meaning,
Incurable.
meaning.
How do you want me to say
Like we
it?
can take it?
Terminal. In all your cases. Is there anything you'd like to say before I go on?
No. Yes. They knew, didn't they?
I would assume. Did they ever test you?
Twice.
When?
In 24 and 28.
Did they tell you the results?
No.
Did you ask?
We
didn't.
just did our jobs.
What do we do now?
I don't know. I'll treat you. I'll help you. I just don't know how yet.
You're sure it's radium?
There's no question.
You're the only one you know who would say it's radium.
How many doctors have you seen?
You.
A lot? Aspirin. All they gave us was aspirin.
What can you give us?
I'll give you the truth. Always, it's the best I can do.
Then we'll take it.
At least you had the nerve to say something to him when he fired you, Katie. I just started to cry.
I cried. Then I threw his pencil sharpener at him. Not a pity party, Charlotte. Just say, come on, Char. Admit it. You cried when Mr. Reed called you in?
She was the last of us to be let go.
She's not gonna fess up. Come clean, Char. Did you cry? Did you not cry? Anyone want to take bets on this?
Worse.
I was struck dumb. I couldn't say a thing, not a thing, for the first time in my life. Words failed me. Words fail you. Only person more surprised than me was Mr. Reed. Complete silence. Then I cried. All of us let go without a second thought.
take my family, change my name, leave town and pretend like none of this ever happened.
What about the other part?
The other part wonders what it would be like to hire the best lawyer money could buy.
You would sue? You really would?
Leonard Grossman. Specialties include workers' compensation, compassion for the working class, and general outrage.
This is disgusting! It's an absolute cry of shame. Yes, I'll take your case. No, I won't make any money from it. You might not either. But that's not the point, is it?
No.
We can't go to court with all of you all at the same time. We want impact, clarity, focus, and quite frankly, we need the most egregious and flagrant example of the miscarriage of employer responsibility among you. Bluntly put, who's the biggest mess? I'm going to need specifics. Well, those are case law specifics. Specifics for a case. So specifically,
Specifically, I've been diagnosed with bone cancer, necrosis of the jaw, and extreme radium poisoning.
well, that's serving it up on a plate for me. But I'm looking for the ringer, Mrs. Donahue. You up to it?
Oh, sure she is. Katie's tough as nails.
What kind of ringer, Mr. Grossman?
It's going to be dirty. It's going to be mean. It's going to hit the papers. You'll be an example of everything wrong with big business. You'll be called a victim, an opportunist, a saint, a liar. Your dirty laundry will be aired in public for the world to see. You up for it?
A travesty is unfolding just outside Chicago, where several disgruntled women are suing a beloved company of foul play. Women allege the company Radium Dial knowingly compromised their health, safety, and lives. Each of these women were fired several years ago for poor performance. In contrast, Radium Dial is known for its impeccable success and for paying generous wages to unskilled workers. The women are currently fleeing their accusations of the Illinois Industrial Commission. The key figure in this case.
Catherine Wolf Donahue, 528 East Superior Street.
Had just finished giving her testimony when Dr. Daly was summoned to the stand. The women's lawyer, Mr. Grossman, questioned him.
Dr. Daly, from your examination of Mrs. Donahue, what would you say as to her condition? Is it temporary or permanent?
Permanent.
In your opinion, is it fatal?
I'd rather not say in the presence of the witness.
You've already spoken to Mrs. Donahue about her condition,
Yes.
so she won't be surprised here.
No.
So I'll ask you again. Is it in your opinion that Mrs. Donahue's condition is fatal?
Miss Donahue might live for several months under the proper treatment.
Is she suffering from the effects of what illness?
Radium poisoning.
Quite good. In your belief.
Her work at Radium Dial.
The women press on with their charges, despite community pressure to step aside. They insist on fighting, grasping for a payday, which may in fact be less than $700 a piece. Mrs. Donahue came to the hearing today, supported by her husband and a friend. Once healthy and alert, she weighed only 71 pounds and could hardly stand alone. She explained through the guidance of her attorney.
You were at what age when you started working for the company?
19.
Please speak clearly for the record, Ms. Donahue.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And your specific work was to...
I painted watch faces with the radium compound. We would point the brush between our teeth, dip it in the water, then in the powder. But it got everywhere. Our hands, our skin, our clothes. When I walked home at night, I glowed.
From the radium powder, Ms. Donahue?
Yes, Your Honor.
Shortly before her testimony ended, Mrs. Donahue pulled out a small jewelry box from her purse.
Can you tell the courtroom what exactly is in that box, Mrs. Donahue?
2 pieces of bone.
Bone from what, Ms. Donahue?
They're mine. They were removed from my jaw.
Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed. Yes? What you think? Who's gonna get you? You look good, Mr. Reed. Thank you, Mr. Donahue. Nice shoes. Nice suit. Thank you. You look like a successful man. Like a real success.
Like,
How many watches did it take you to buy all that, huh? Mr. Donahue, well, I'm just wondering. I'm just trying to make it all make sense. Katie made 8 cents a watch. I thought that was a lot. I thought we were living like kings. One look at you, and I know who the king really was.
I just worked there. I just did my job.
I'm so tired. I don't even care that you're lying to me.
They lied to me too, Mr. Donahue.
Yeah, but at a certain point, you knew. You knew.
Excuse me, please.
You served.
What?
You served in the war. Fight.
No. No, I didn't.
Didn't get drafted. Didn't enlist.
No.
I did. I signed up. Seems like a million years ago now. I saw things that no human being should ever have to see. A man comes back from something like that. He can't believe in God. It's what anyone will tell you. I was raised to believe in God and in saints and in miracles, but then there was this war. And after it, I couldn't believe in anything good. But when I first saw Katie, the first thing, the only thing I thought when I saw her face was that there had to be a God, because he made her. That was the only explanation. I was a praying man again. Talk about a miracle. Did you know that they pulled bones out of her face while she was still alive? Lifted them right out. I was going to grow old with this woman. I was going to die with her. Maybe I have. Could you tell me how I'm supposed to live my life now? Could you tell me what I'm supposed to do with all this time? I have to go. I have to see my kids. Just so you know, every day I wake up and wonder if today's the day I'm going to kill Rufus Reed.
I won my case. The Illinois Industrial Commission awarded Catherine $5,661 on July 6th of 1938.
She died 21 days later after fighting her case for 7 years.
Her case changed Illinois law, so the companies could finally be held responsible for the safety of their workers.
She was a test. She was an experiment.
She weighed 65 pounds. On the shore of the lake with my friends that last time, I walked to the water and I thought to myself, lucky me that I still believe in it all. After all this, a million clocks stopped in the city, and time stood still for a moment, just for us. Time was kind after all, and I knew I was blessed to have held so much of it in my hands. I looked down in the water and saw my face, the faces of everyone that I loved, the faces of my friends.
Charlotte Purcell,
Frances O'Connell,
Pearl Payne,
and of the other women who worked so well.
Inez Valach, Margaret Galinsky, Helen Munt, Mary Tonelli, Olive Wick,
Sadie Craig,
Mary Ellen Cruz,
Margaret Looney,
Mary Robinson,
and so many more, all looking back at me. And for that moment, while time turned its face, we were all there, and we were shining